Hello, and welcome to another video by the Dynamic Duo. And today I am going to be looking at the modern Doctor Who story arcs. I'm going to go through them all, starting with Season 1 story arc Bad Wolf. So let me give you a brief history of Season 1. It was the first season to come back in 2005. It was the very first season that had Rose, the very first modern Doctor of the new series. But there was something different than the new series and the classic. The new series had a story arc for every season, while the classics only had two story arcs that took up the entire season. And the very first story arc of the modern era was Bad Wolf. It was a word that kept on popping up throughout the 13 episode run. And Russell T Davies did this so amazingly. Like he hid them in plain sight. They were Easter eggs. Like we never really thought anything about it until episode 3. Like before that, when we first got a mention to Bad Wolf, it was in Rose when the nesting conscience was well, technically you couldn't really hear it unless you go to the DVD where you look up the subtitles and you will see the nesting trying to say Bad Wolf, but to us it would be just like like that. But the second time we heard about Bad Wolf was in End of the World, when one of the engineers, I think it was, on platform 1 said the Bad Wolf scenario. See, that was the second time we heard about it, but we never really thought anything about it. Maybe the scenario was Bad Wolf. It probably nothing. We'll probably not come back to haunt us later. But then in episode 3, The Unquite Dead, we met a character, Gwyneth, who's kinda psychic. She told Rose the big bad wolf is coming, but we didn't know what bad wolf was. It could have been anything. Could have been Daleks. Could have been Cybermen. But we just had to wait, and we kept on seeing it come back. Like in episode 4, 5, and 5, a two-parter, we saw Bad Wolf spray painted on the TARDIS. And then in episode 6, we heard someone mentioning a helicopter called Bad Wolf 1. And then in Long Game, we saw Bad Wolf Station. No, Bad Wolf Channel, I mean. And then in episode 9, we saw a bomb with Bad Wolf on it. Then in episode 11, we saw a power plant named Bad Wolf, and then a space station called Bad Wolf. Those two words kept on reappearing throughout time, from the Victorian era to the far future. But we really did not see anything wrong until we actually looked back on the episodes and saw, oh, Bad Wolf was there. Oh, I completely missed it. Like, that's how well the story arc was. Russell T Davies has done this kind of story arc 3 times in a row, but we will get to that in the future story arcs. But his first time doing the story arc, it was pretty good. Like, we didn't really think about it that much. We didn't really notice it until like episode 5, 4 and 5, when we kept on seeing those two words come back. We started to see a connection throughout the entire series. There was a mystery to be solved. Then when we get to episode 12, Bad Wolf, I know, great title. We get to Bad Wolf Station, where it's a game station, but during this time, the Doctor is trying to figure out why Bad Wolf keeps popping up throughout the universe, time and space. Then in episode 13, when we find out the main villain for the final 2 episodes, or the Daleks, the Dalek Emperor starts to tell the Doctor that he is defeated, and since the Ninth Doctor knows there's no way out of it, he wants to know how the Dalek Emperor planted Bad Wolf throughout time and space. He says, this is exactly what he says. Okay, you got me. But before you kill me, why don't you tell me how you planted Bad Wolf throughout time and space? And the Dalek Emperor replies by, this is not my image. This is not a part of my master, my grand scripts, my master plan. This are not my words. And the Ninth Doctor realized this is so much bigger than the Daleks. Like, he doesn't know what is Bad Wolf. But then we find out Bad Wolf is his companion, Rose Tyler. The companion who's been through all of these events that showed up exactly when Bad Wolf showed up. We realize that when the Doctor sent Rose back to her own time, but she opens the heart of the TARDIS, which gives her the power of a god, Bad Wolf. And Rose Tyler uses the power of Bad Wolf to destroy the Daleks, make Captain Jack immortal, and send Bad Wolf throughout time and space to get her to this exact moment. Because she realized in the season finale, it was a message. But that wasn't the end of Bad Wolf here. It kept on reappearing. Like in season 2 finale, when Rose got separated from the Doctor and was sent to another universe, she found herself on Bad Wolf Beach. And then in season 4, episode 11, called Turn Left, we saw Bad Wolf return. Like, Bad Wolf was everywhere in the final moments of that episode. Like every time we see Bad Wolf, it leads back to Rose Tyler. This is what tells the Doctor Rose Tyler is returning. But Turn Left wasn't the final time we saw Bad Wolf. The last time we saw it was in Day of the Doctor, when the War Doctor steers this device, the moment, and it takes the form of Bad Wolf. Not Rose Tyler, Bad Wolf. And that's a nice little Easter egg. It's celebrating, Day of the Doctor celebrates all the history of Doctor Who. It celebrates the classic era as well as the new series. It uses that element for the very first season of the modern era. I like that. It shows us that Stephen Moffat hasn't forgotten about what brought Doctor Who back. But that's all about Bad Wolf for now. Who knows? It might return in a future season. It was the very first modern story arc. And I have to admit, I did like it. I like pointing out all the little Easter eggs throughout the first season. Like from the next scene to Dalek to the Doctor Dances. Like those are the things I like about hearing references to a bigger plot unfolding before our eyes. Overall, I found this story arc a mystery, but this tie got a bit old by season 3. Like how Russell T Davies uses the same idea over and over in different, like in season 2, it's Torchwood. In season 3, it's Mr. Saxon. Like for a writer, it's okay to use words, like use an idea like 1 or 2 seasons. Then change up the thing. Like instead of using words, you should have, like in season 4, he changed the format, and in the specials too. But in his first 3 seasons, he tried to use the same idea 3 times. But I will go into more of that in the next few story arcs that he's done. Until next time, I'm the Dynamic Do-Over.